Right. The Eruption of Huaynaputina, 1600, by Spencer and Tony.
On February 19th of the year 1600, in the mountain region of southern Peru, a volcano called Huaynaputina erupted. Peru is located on the northern part of the South American plate, while right to the west of Peru is the Nazca plate. So Huaynaputina erupted because it's right along that convergent boundary. The oceanic plate, the Nazca plate, was being subducted under the continental plate, the South American plate, which in turn caused the eruption. Right before the eruption, on February 15th, up until the eruption on February 19th, earthquakes occurred with increasingly frequently and each time getting more intense. And these two would lead to the eruption of the volcano. Upon the eruption, pyroclastic materials and lahars flowed down the mountain, killing humans and livestock alike and devastating any foliage in its way.
And then now we are looking at modern day Huaynaputina. And as you can see, the scars of the eruption are ever present. You can see on the left and right side of the vent, you can see like scars from like the collapsing of the mountain when the volcano erupted. You can also see the vents where it actually like where all the magma came out of. And you can also see some ring fractures as well as some ash around the vents.
So the human impact of the event, around 1,500 people were killed in the initial explosion, and the surrounding villages and agriculture fields were destroyed. Extreme famine and poverty was ever present in the area for years following the event. Fishing along the shoreline was also affected due to many fish being killed in the explosion. Taxes in the area were suspended for years due to the extreme poverty. Businesses were closed and many survivors simply left the area. After all these cataclysmic events, religious faith in the area was renewed, as many viewed the events as some kind of sign from God, and a renewal of conservative beliefs went throughout the area.
Awesome. So now we're going to talk about the environmental impact of the event. So as we already talked about, the local area was devastated by the event, and it took around 150 years for the local area to fully recover after the eruption. As we already talked about as well, wildlife in the area was heavily affected. It took years for cattle populations to come back, and crops were also in ruin. For months following the eruption, lava continued to seep out of the volcano. And while we've already talked about a lot of the local effects, we also have to talk about the global effects too. The eruption injected many tons of sulfur particles into the atmosphere, which made the following year of 1601 to be one of the coldest years in Earth's history. Effects of the eruption were felt all over the world. Famines occurred in Russia. Sweden was blanketed by snow and experienced mass flooding and poor harvests. In France and Germany, their wine harvests also suffered. And the Earth system that was affected most by the eruption was the atmosphere because it contained such high concentrations of sulfur particles that decreased the temperature of the Earth drastically.
Now some fun facts to round everything out. Following the eruption, the Spanish population in the area viewed the event as some sort of divine punishment from God. And on the other hand, the native population saw it as religious backlash against the invading Spanish colonizers. Huaynaputina does not have any sort of prominent topographic features following the explosion. Most of those were destroyed during the eruption, which was one of the largest eruptions of volcanoes in South America. And even though nearly 400 years have passed, Huaynaputina is still considered a high-risk volcano, which is currently being monitored by seismometers to ensure the safety of those nearby, while also collecting scientific data. And when translated, Huaynaputina means a new volcano or a young boiling one. And that concludes our presentation. Thank you for watching.
Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.